All right, this one we're going to take the intake system off of the F150. We're going to start with the silencer. It's 8 bolts, 6 on the backside, 2 on the front. That's removed. We'll then go and address the wiring harness. That's 10 connectors. We then do the hoses. That's 5 hoses. And then we have the bolts itself on the runner. To get off, you have 5 back here and you have 2 up here. And that's it. So we're going to start on the front side. There's 2 way up here. There's a blow-by hose up here on the front as well. Get it loose. We then have the 6 holding the runner itself on. All right, let's get these electrical connectors undone. Starting down here at the bottom, you have a blue and a black connector, shift switch, shift cut switch. Tracking back around this way, come to our injectors themselves and get them out of play. Now note how these connectors come through the backside of this fuel rail. Now you can take this harness, shimmy it out of there. And you come up here, get your air pressure sensor, get your throttle position sensor, and we'll come back here and get the ISC connector itself. That one's always difficult. Once you get the ISC undone, that's 10 connectors. Just flip the harness over the other side. Now that leaves us to get the hoses disconnected and our throttle link. Got the throttle link. Now we have hoses to tend to. Got 2 water lines. Okay. Water lines for our fuel coolers are loose. We have our main feed line for the VST itself. Then we have these 2 vent lines here. These 2 vent lines, one has a hose on it. You separate it from the filter here, and then you remove this one, leaving the plastic connector in the top portion, and it makes it so there's no way you can mix this up. And if you hold the top half of that filter cover with the zip tie here, you can't lose it, and it tells you which one goes there. So now we have our 3 fuel hoses. The feed hose, 2 vents are loose, 2 water lines are loose. Now we just have the bolts themselves to get loose. You look here, main mount bolts. We're going to loosen the 4 10 millimeters, and then we're going to remove the 12 millimeters. By loosening these 4 little ones, it allows for reinstallation to be easier. Not remove the 4 little ones, you're removing the 2 big ones. I don't like to remove the mounts because they are specific. You have an upper and a lower mount. Now we'll come back here and get the 6 that are mounting the intake runner itself on. I like to leave the top one for last, makes it easier to keep a hold of it and remove it. That's it. Reinstallation of our fuel system is the exact opposite of removal. If you've addressed everything properly on the bench, this is ready to go right on, ensuring all of our rubber O-rings are in place. Bottom one down here is always fun. Now these front ones, again, see how it's loose? I want that to happen when I'm installing it, as I do not want the front influencing the sealing of the back. I want all of the 5 on the back tight before we make this connection up here. You can think of these 2 supports up here are exactly that. Stabilization supports, preventing bouncing when it's running. It's not sealing anything. If this is too far in, it'll create a leak back here. If you have to pull it in, it'll create a leak on the back side. Pull these in, finger tight up against it. Come in here, tighten our 410s down, and tightening our 12 down. At that point, intake runner's mounted. Now we got to chase our wiring harnesses back down. Starting with the ISC, TPS, air pressure sensor here, making sure you come underneath the fuel rail with your electrical connectors. Same thing here. The blue one is your fuel pump. The gray one is your injector. Coming from the back side, making this connection on our wiring harness holders. Down in here, shift switch, shift cut switch. Don't forget them. Now, right here at our hoses, got our main feed it hose here. 2 vent lines. You stage this up correctly on the removal. Makes it so much easier on reinstallation. Water hose comes back across top of the fuel cooler, and the water outlet comes up from the bottom back around to the front side. Do not forget your throttle link connection. Intake silencer itself will be next. Be very cautious of these right here. They are very easily lost. I recommend, if you're storing it, wrap a zip tie through it and hold it on all 6 of them. You don't want to lose that. Start with the easy ones, just to get it pinned in place. No reason fighting it. That's the intake off, intake on. We will have the VST disassembly in a separate video. This is just covering the removal and installation of the intake assembly itself.